So we are here with the Mowglis.
Hello.
And this is A-Sides.
Back in LA where we live, we are kind of surrounded by tons and tons of great artists, and many of them are like some of our favorites. And like Josh, for instance, is one of my favorites, and Colin is one of my favorites. Just like their songwriting is so incredible, and they're constantly teaching me to be better. Finding that we were surrounded by so much really just incredible creativity. I kind of had this weird dream that we would all kind of come together and start supporting each other, and it really was just inspired by collaboration. And that's what happened, is we kind of just set this thing in motion, and we all kind of like gravitated towards it, and it became the Mowglis.
Michael I remember he pitched it to us as like a band with no like front man. It's like something that we're all a part of, and everybody's an equal part of it, and it's for everybody. So
yeah, we actually we like to think that the true voice of the Mowglis can only be heard when everyone's singing, including the audience. It means everything. It's kind of like one of the fundamental principles of our relationship with each other, with the music, and with the world around us.
Me and Michael took a trip to San Francisco to visit my parents like a couple years ago or something, and it's crazy because we almost didn't go. That would have been stupid.
Yeah, we literally were hesitating the morning that we left.
We ended up going, and we wrote San Francisco in an alley behind a Green Fest, which is like a sustainability convention, and it's like a convention that teaches people how to live more responsible lives.
Yeah, we actually realized just the other day that we wrote that song after having consumed a ton of cacao. And we were like totally like on this chocolate experience.
It's like pure chocolate.
Yeah, and we were like eating acai chocolate. I don't know, we were like covered in it. Yeah. And we realized, whoa, did that have something to do with it? We were all feeling lovey-dovey from the chocolate.
It was the cacao and like a little bit of tequila and like the energy of San Francisco. Those are the elements that were combined to create the song.
Yeah. So we wrote it, and we brought it home, and we started playing it, and it just kind of took off. And then everyone in the Mowglis sort of added their own juice to it, and it really like just created something special. The recording itself turned into something so magical because of all the instruments, and then our producer Christian, he helped kind of like take it to what it really wanted to be. Sometimes it happens from scratch. Like sometimes we'll just sit down and start jamming, and we literally will pull it out of thin air. Other times, with San Francisco, for instance, I had a riff happening, and I sort of was like, oh, this would be really cool to show to Colin, for no other reason than that was just like what I was inspired to do. And then he added something to it.
There is a typical songwriting process for
that. Yeah, I think it's completely random.
Sometimes like some songs like See 'Em Alive, Josh had finished from beginning to end and brought to the band, or like Michael wrote Time, or like I wrote Slowly, whatever. Sometimes songs are born that way, and the rest of the band adds their touch to make it into a Mowgli song. But also
that's key, I think, is when what we normally do, whether someone writes a song, just a little bit, they create a concept and then share it, or they bring an entire finished concept. Everyone kind of has the opportunity to add their piece. Sometimes not every piece fits, and we kind of sift through and we find what works best in the puzzle. But yeah, I think literally it's just like it ends with some kind of collaboration happening. That's what makes it that magic, is when we combine forces.
we're going to be at a lot of music festivals this summer.
We're
super excited about that.
We have, I think, the record release tentative date, I guess, is June-ish. We just found out.
Before we throw out an exact date.
We'll leave it
Let's just say summer.
We'll leave it up to the label.
We're gonna leave
call it summer.
Summerish. And then we have, what else we have going on?
May 23rd. May 23rd, we're hucking this thing that we used to do back in the early days of the Mowglis and our collective of artists that we were describing when we formed. We do this thing called a manifestival, where all of our friends and their bands and kind of like whatever they creatively bring to the table.
Some of our favorite artists in LA, really.
Yeah.
We just call everybody we love to make art with.
We're hucking a mini festival, and we're calling it the Man Festival, and it's going to be at the Roxy. We're taking over the bottom floor, the top floor, and the parking lot. We're going to have live painters. We're going to have vegan food being served, and then bands switching back and forth on 2 stages, as well as DJs happening. It's really going to be a good time.
We've got a West Coast tour coming up with American authors and Hunter Hunted.
Yeah.
Which is going to be awesome. We're going to be doing, up the West Coast, and
then we're doing Hangout Festival.
doing Hangout Fest and
Bonnaroo.
Supposedly, yeah, I heard rumors.
We're not going anywhere for a while, pretty much.
We're going everywhere for a while.
We're going everywhere for a while.
Now
Peace
is
and
the time.
love.
I think what Michael said earlier in the performance today was good. If you can do something great for someone today after seeing this, and our goal is to make people leave the show feeling awesome, and so your next interaction with a human being is great, So
Love's not dead.
be good, be kind,
Nice.
love you.